And I'm like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jo coming back to you again with another video. Anyways guys, today's video is gonna be a story time video. I don't really do these, but it's coming, you know? I just find this one would have been very informative and would, avoid silly mistakes that can, be avoided. Anyways, this story is about the time I got stuck on a train. So, I was on my way to my internship one morning, and I kind of woke up late. It was the first day of internship, and I was already running a little behind schedule, which is, typical for me if you know me from high school, that I'm always late. I don't know how, why. Well, I know how, and I know why I'm late, but it's just that it's something I do. But I'm getting better at becoming. I'm on time now. I don't reach late anymore. Since that day. So yeah, I was heading to the station, right? And I waited at the spot I had to wait for the train that has to come there, and it also came late, sadly. So I because I was communicating with my mentor for the internship day. I had her number ready. I told her, I'm running a little late, so I just letting you know that I'm gonna be there around this time. She said, okay, no problem. Just call me when you reach here. So I said, okay, cool. So I'm waiting, and in that time, I'm texting one of my friends because I'm surprised this person is awake at this time in the morning. But I'm just texting them, and we're making jokes on the phone and everything. And I see a train come up, but I was busy texting and focusing on other things that because the train came to the spot where my train had to be, I stepped in the train. And I found a seat and I sat down, okay? And I'm still texting, okay? My mind is still not focusing on my surroundings right now, okay? The door closes, I hear the whistle, the door closes, and we started driving off. Then I put down my phone and I'm like, wait. I look around. I was like, let me see what that screen says real quick, just to make sure, just to double check I'm on the right train. Well, that's when the conductor decided to say, hi, this is the train. Hi, good evening, good morning, or whatever. This is the train in the direction of this and this and this. We're making these 2 stops. And that train was an intercity, which is, I'll see if I can put a picture up here. It's a blue and orange train that does not go to like the smaller city stops. I wish I had drawn it out for you guys, but yeah, it's an intercity, and I actually had to go on the Sprinter, which stops on, like, for example, let's say, let's say we had to go from Rotterdam to Den Haag, right? No, we had to go Rotterdam to Rijswijk. That's one of the stops that I go to frequent very often. That's where we had to go there, right? A Sprinter would take me there, but an intercity, because a Sprinter would go from like Rotterdam, Schiedam, and stop at the smaller stops, and then an intercity would go from Rotterdam, Schiedam, go straight to Delft. So it stopped, it missed the stop already. And then from there, it's going to go straight past Rijswijk and Moerdijk to the bigger stops, like the station or whatever. So I went on a intercity. So now, instead of me reaching my stop in 10 minutes, I am going to reach the next destination in half an hour. So I'm now even more later than I was before. And then on the way there, the conductor starts talking. I already accepted the fact that I'm on the train. It's like, once you're on the train, it's out of your hands. Like, you can't do nothing about it. You can't teleport. You can't come on the train. You can't walk back. There's nothing. You're already there. You're seated. There's no other options but to sit and be patient and wait, So I accepted the fact that I'm, not coming off this train anytime soon. Then we're driving along. Next thing you know, the conductor starts speaking. He says, oh, good morning again, everyone. There's a defective train in front of us, so we're gonna have to stop at this spot for a while. And this spot, let me just remind you, this spot is like surrounded by beautiful grass fields and no buildings in sight, basically. No other stations in sight. It's just in the middle of their two stops that we're going to. Basically, yeah. I think I saw a highway really far out. I think. I'm not sure because I wasn't really looking outside that much. So yeah, he said that. I'm like, okay, sure. In the meantime, I'm still texting my mentor. I'm like, okay, I stepped on the wrong train. It was my mistake. I wasn't paying attention, and that happened. Then I texted. I was like, okay, update. Yeah, my train just stopped because there's a defective train in front of us. So therefore, I'm gonna be much later than I thought I would have come. Sadly. Then the train says, okay, somebody like the mechanic, the mechanic person took the train or towed the train away, I guess, or something, or the train is now out of the way. He said so we could start going. The train starts moving very slowly, and it wasn't speeding up. It was just like going its merry way very slowly. And then the conductor started, and then it just stopped again. The conductor was like, guys, we have a little situation here. Do not panic. Our train, it has now been defected, so we can no longer move. And I'm like, okay then, that's interesting. He says he's gonna contact the head of the department and tell them what exactly is happening, and he's gonna hear back from them soon. So I'm waiting. So on the way, I'm just still texting my friend. I'm saying, okay, look, I'm stuck on the train. The train ain't moving, so we out here in the middle of nowhere. Then I'm like, okay, the conductor's gonna make an announcement now. Okay, so I when I heard the announcement, this is the reaction I had, because it was hilarious for me in a sense, like, how bad can it get from this point on? Because the train, he just said, guys, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to take off the lights to because we can't keep the train on no more longer. So the ventilation had to come off, the lights were off. So we was basically on a train without current, without Jimmy, basically. So we was powerless on the middle of nowhere on the tracks. And then I'm like, well. Anyways, so I'm stuck on a train and lights come off because the conductor had to. I forgot the reason why he said the lights had to come off, but we no longer had power on the train. So we're stuck in the middle of nowhere. We had no power, and I'm just there like, okay, what now? Like, how long is this gonna take? Half an hour passes, maybe 20 minutes pass. The conductor said, okay, guys, since the power is out, I know some of you might want to smoke or have some fresh air because there's no ventilation in the train, and he wasn't able to open the doors because of the fact that it doesn't have no power. And I think there was other reasons why he didn't open the doors. You know, people like to do silly things, reckless things sometimes. So I think it was a good idea for him to keep the doors closed. But he opened the manual door all the way in the back of the train. And mind, that's like all the way in the back of the train. I wasn't going nowhere because where I was sitting, I had all the space, I had all the oxygen, and they had no one around me, so we wasn't sharing that space of oxygen. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be good, you know. Then he counts. A half an hour passes. 10 more minutes passes again. He's like, okay, the mechanic contacted us. He's busy right now, so yeah, it's gonna take a while before we can actually start moving the train. And it turns out that we have to get towed because they can't, help us out any other way. So I'm just waiting, and I'm just like, okay, just waiting. And normally, I didn't expect anything to happen, but I was like, okay, I'll text my mom that this happened because she keeps up with the news from Holland. I said, I'm going to text my mom, and not that moment, but like after I come off the train, I'm just going to let her know what's what. And I'm just going to give a real short summary because the person I was talking to had they was living the moment with me. It was hilarious because I couldn't do anything about it anymore. It's like, you can't do anything about it no more. It's too late. So about 45 minutes in, the conductor then says, okay, um, yeah, you guys who paid for train tickets, you will be able to get your refunds back, because you've been staying still, and this train has been standing still for more than a half an hour, so you will be reimbursed. So you go on this information. He was just giving us a lot of information. Either way, the conductor was really nice, and he was very informative. So I was relaxed. I was cool. He wasn't in panicking. He was like, guys, chill, it's all good, don't panic. The door's open in the back, only 4 people at a time, just take your time, we're gonna get where we gotta go when we reach there. Kind of thing, kind of vibe I was getting from him. He was just chill, calm. I like that. Anyways, so about, I don't even know, 10 minutes after that, so like 55 minutes later, he contacts again. He says, the mechanic has approached the train and we're about to get towed to the next destination, and that's going to be the final stop of this train because it's defected. And in this process, I still cannot put on the current or the lights because we don't have any energy anymore. So please take your seats, etc., etc., etc. So that's good, but we went chugging along. I mean, we was going the same pace as I can walk, basically. So it was like if someone was walking or jogging next to the train, we would have been window to window, eye to eye, the whole time throughout that travel time. So then in the process of that whole situation, I'm also communicating with my mentor at work, or in my internship, and letting her know, okay, we are finally moving. Now I'm going to the stop that's nowhere close to where I have to be right now, but I'm going to be there as soon as I get out of this situation. Okay? She was like, okay, no problem, just let me know, and keep me updated and let me know how it turns out. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So we're chugging along. I finally reached the next stop, and I was finally out of the train. And let me tell you, it's not the first time I stepped on the wrong train, but this is the first time I stepped on the wrong train that got stuck, and I had to actually be somewhere. Because I've stepped on the wrong, in my first months of Holland, my first day of school, I was late because I went on the wrong metro. And I reached all the way to the end stop 45 minutes later. It was you can't do nothing about it once you step on. Well, not the metro, but you could come out on the metro, but I was just not aware of the situation as I am now, so I won't be getting stuck anywhere anytime soon. Let me just say that, except last 2 weeks ago, well, that's an exception. Okay? That's an exception. So yeah, basically with this story, I'm just saying, okay, this story, you could just pick a few things that you wanna, okay? Make sure you always check the train that's coming. Make sure you check on the side of the trains the name of the destination that you have to go to, and make sure it matches the destination that you are going to. Yeah, also double check if it's a Sprinter or Intercity, okay, or Thalys. There are also those trains, but that's a very expensive train, so I doubt you're gonna step on that. I have never stepped on one, by the way, so I wouldn't know about that. And if you have anywhere to be, like for work, for school, for a job, make sure you're either emailing your teacher, well, not emailing at the same time, but just send the teacher an update. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be at your class right now because I went on the wrong train, so therefore that's why I'm absent right now. Just letting them know, okay, I'm gonna be late, or whatever appointments you have, just make sure you keep communicating with them, because that was my first day of stage, but because I kept communicating with my mentor, it didn't damage my image that I was portraying, because even though I was late, I did not just show up. Instead of 7:30, I showed up 10 o'clock, I didn't just show up and be like, okay, it's whatever, I'm late, you can't do nothing about it. No, I messaged them throughout the process, and I said, okay, listen, I'm late, it's my apologies for I went on the wrong train, etc., etc., yada yada yada. And I kept informing them that, well, that's basically what they asked for, but sometimes they're not gonna ask for that. But just you have to communicate, because communication is key, okay? And you don't want to have a bad reputation when you're making all these different connections, because that's one thing you don't want. Sorry guys, I had to interrupt the video for a moment. Some of this video was deleted by accident, so I'm just gonna say the rest of the tips real quick and jot it out as fast as, well, not as fast as possible, but you get my drift. Anyways, I just want to give you guys these tips. Make sure, just like I said it earlier in the video, check the train before going on. Listen to the conductor when you're on the train, and also if you don't understand what language, well, the conductor speaking Dutch, so if you don't really understand the language or understood what he said, make sure you ask someone near you, because some people do speak English in Holland, you know. And as I said before, to communicate and stay calm, don't panic. That's the most important thing. Just stay calm. Okay, now back to the video. Anyways, guys, this story time, this is my first story time basically, but it was practically all over the place, so I might have to do a lot of editing, but I shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below whatever tips or tricks or whatever videos you want me to post that are related to the content that I want to post, which is nursing, student life in Holland, you know, those type of things that I will be posting in the coming weeks of this process I'm going through right now. And I'll be posting every Monday, just showing that out in advance. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!